Ow! It got my nose. I got my nose. It got my nose. I got my nose in the clapperboard. That's what happens on the Bearded Babble. Speaking of the Bearded Babble, welcome everyone. As you can see, I have a special guest. My son Jayden is here with me today. And we have a very brand new set in case you haven't noticed. We are on the beach. Now we're not actually on the beach, where we have a new backdrop. We have a new location. It's not a little new location. We're still in the basement, still in the tiny cramped space, but I had to turn and move a little bit because again, with boiler room issues and all that kind of stuff, we had to change everything. But again, we're growing here at the Bearded Babble. We now have a beach Bearded Babble, and I have Jayden on today, and we're going to be talking. And Jayden and I are going to be talking today. We're going to be babbling. We're going to be playing with some stuff. We're going to be doing some toys. But we want to give a shout out because we know we have a very special guest watching. One of Jayden's very best friends in the whole wide world, Ariana. We're going to say hi to Ariana. Say hi, Ariana. How are you? Peace. Love. We're saying hi to Ariana. That's one of Jayden's best friends. We found out that she's been watching the show on the regular, and we are so happy to have you watching this with us. And that goes to everyone who's been watching and supporting the show. Very grateful for all the subscribers, the likes, the follows, everything on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. Extremely grateful. We're trying a new setup here and trying to figure it all out. And again, just trying to grow with the family Bearded Battle. Today, Jayden and I, we're going to look at what I wanted to do today is actually go through some of Jayden's toys. Just a little bit about the toys and the fun, as I've always talked about. Laughter is a big part of our everyday and how important laughter is with everything like that. So I just got some things here. I'm going to take this over here, then I got another bag. Okay, I don't know what that was. Sorry about that noise. This right here is, it's basically, it's a laundry bag. But this bag goes with us everywhere all day long. I throw this over my shoulder. Again, you know, we live in this old house. It's 4 floors. It's a lot of stairs. It's not easy. I have to carry Jayden around. We're going to be getting into that too. We're going to be, over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be filming some clips around the house. And I think we're going to be putting together basically a documentary of what goes on in Team Singer's life. We're going to be putting it together so you get to see a little bit more. I know I talk about it a lot. I know you see little clips here and there. But we're going to be putting together a nice documentary of how our day goes with everything that we go through with Jayden. It'll explain an awful lot. I mean, everything always revolves around Jayden. I mean, even today I'm wearing one of Jayden's shirts from one of our past motorcycle runs that we used to do. Every year we used to do a motorcycle run for Jayden, a charity event that has come to stop. But in the future, I am going to be reaching out, and I am going to be talking to some people, and we're going to be looking to do possibly next year. I don't know if we have time this year. I doubt we have. No, we don't have time this year. But next year, we're going to be looking into doing a comedy show for you. We're going to have a whole bunch of friends, and we'll have everybody telling jokes, and we'll be silly. And we're going to be looking to put together a comedy show since I know a couple of comedians. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the documentary that we'll be putting together. Stay tuned for information on hopefully an upcoming comedy show. But now I think we're going to get into, again, our day, a little bit about our day. So this goes with us everywhere. And basically our day starts every day with Mr. Bean's Broken episode. I know we've talked about this. I know Jayden has the poster on his wall. But every single morning we come downstairs and we put on Mr. Bean, Back to School is the episode. And it features him... I don't want to tell too much about it, but if you want to see it, it features basically 2 cars, a parking thing. There's an incident with a tank. It gets quite chaotic and quite funny. But that's look who else we have today. Who do we have? We have Beetlejuice because Jayden is wearing. You can't see it because of his harness, but he's got a Beetlejuice shirt on today. Yes, the same, right? You have Beetlejuice, and again, that's just part of our day. This goes with us everywhere. Like I said, we draw, I don't know how many drawings a day, but these are probably just from the past couple of days. We just draw and Jayden colors them. And when I tell you, we probably have thousands upon thousands of Jayden's coloring and artwork all around the house. Again, this is just a bag that just goes with this. Every day it changes what's in here. Like I said, pretty much the Mr. Bean and the tanks are there every day. Oh gosh, I'm dropping things. We have the snake, right? Because you like, we don't have the Beetlejuice snake, of course, because we can't find one. But we have that snake, and that goes along with the Beetlejuice. Jayden considers that the Beetlejuice snake, so we have that. Again, Mr. Bean is always with us. Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean is part of it. And then we have from some Hot Wheels Crush stuff. We have an actual Crush car from the Monster Truck series from Hot Wheels. And Jayden then uses this, the scene where the tank crushes the car. He actually places this down, props it up, and then drives over it with the tank. Would you like the broken car, sir? Alrighty. And of course, we have a lock in here. Alright, we got some more stuff in there. We're going to get to some more stuff. I'm going to put this back, and then we're going to get to some stuff that Jayden hasn't seen in a while. I know I just knocked over the Mr. Bean car. I know. That's my Mr. Bean car. That one stays there. We probably have at least 24 Mr. Bean cars of all different sorts, of the soft kind, of the metal kind, of Hot Wheels, of Matchbox, of Corgi, of probably every possible make of... Oh my gosh, we're making a racket here today. Okay, so we're going to put these back, and then we're going to get into some fun. Thank you. You can put that in there. Thank you very much. We're going to put him in there, and then we're going to go get some stuff that... Some stuff that Jenny and I picked out from around the house. These are some things that hold some... Oh, I forgot to get something, but that's okay. There's a Patrick that I wanted to get. You know what? This is the kind of show that it is. Hold on one second. I'm gonna see if my production assistant Dakota can run down Patrick. I'm recording. See, that's the way we go. That's the way we're going to do it. Okay, so I texted that to Dakota. She's going to bring down something that we're going to explain plays a big role in everything. All right, I got another bag here of stuff that we're going to go through. And like I said, there's a lot of stuff here that just means stuff to Jayden. This I'm going to take out. This has a lot of meaning. This bear here. If you look, I'm just going to show you real quick. His hands are kind of being held together. This little angel bear right here has more meaning to us than I could even tell you. That bear, when Jayden first got sick, I'm not exactly sure who brought that to us when he was in the ICU and he was in really bad shape and he was getting last rites. That bear was there, and it was kind of something that we kind of always just saw and kind of always put a smile on his face. When Jayden was having breathing issues, that bear would hold, it would actually help hold the tube that was helping him breathe. He was getting bed sores from being in bed. And again, he had to get a lot of oxygen therapy. This was the bear that we actually put the tube through that would blow on different parts of his body. He was getting bed sores in different places. Again, this is just this little weird little angel bear, if you can see. But he's been with us, and he's an important part. Again, there's so many things in our life, just something like that simple bear that has such meaning, and reminds us of what can be considered very tough and very difficult times, but they also remind us of good things. My producer is now bringing down, like I said, you just saw, I texted, and that's the way the show goes. My producer Dakota's going to step in. Do you want to say hi real quick? Just come on, you gotta go. Come on, you gotta just
bright clothing.
At least I didn't know there was a. I guess I don't even know if you're gonna make it on the screen there, but I think you will.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
Well, again, thank you. We're explaining about Jayden's. I explained a little bit about how we're going to be putting together a documentary on our family. So I'm letting them know about that we're going to be putting that together, again, with the greatest producer in the world. Moving forward, your thoughts on the new set?
I love it. I think it's really fun and just like comfortable. And
looking forward to a babble on the beach. Yes. All righty. Well, that is all. You can go now.
All right. See ya.
Throw her off.
Bye.
Again, thank you for everything that you do. Couldn't do any of this without Dakota and my wife, Jenny. But Patrick, as she went and she got, like I said, I was explaining about that. And this is all around the same time frame. When Jayden first was stricken with meningitis when he was 3.5. And everything was going downhill, and everything was in a very dark and a very bad place. people were bringing us gifts. People were bringing us toys. Patrick here, again, I don't know who, somebody brought us a SpongeBob and a Patrick, I think a Plankton, all of this size. Patrick, as we were living in the ICU for weeks and months, Patrick became the pillow. I can't tell you how many naps, whether they were 2 minutes or 2 hours, whenever we could sleep, because we didn't sleep at night, so we were just living at his bedside. Patrick was always with us. And we slept on, I can't tell you how cuddly Patrick is. Jay, you want Patrick? It's the big Patrick. He's been there with us forever. Again, he's a big part of it. He's cuddly. Dakota keeps him in her room now. She's got all her stuffed animals and all her fun cuddly stuff. And now you have Patrick. Patrick has been there. SpongeBob has been there for a long time with us. And again, these are just things that we look around our house and they remind us of, I guess, what you can call tough times. They can be looked at like that. They can be looked at difficult times in our life. But they're also reminders of things that we've gotten through. And they're reminders of some very difficult times. If you're interested, if you go to JaydensJourney.com, I haven't been on there in quite some time. I haven't kept up with it. But if you go to JaydensJourney.com, you can see in there from the very beginning when everything happened with Jayden, we started documenting everything. And there's a lot of documentation there. Sit Patrick down over there. There's a lot of documentation there of exactly everything that went on, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We'll get to that in a second. We'll get to some games in a second. Let's keep on going through some of your favorite toys. Of course, like I said, we have pretty much every type of, this was a cutout, folding, hold on one second. I think, again, since this is a family episode, I can see what's going on. Again, we have to read Jayden, and I think this is why we want to do this documentary. Jenny was cutting. I'm now going to text and see if I can have Jenny pop in real quick. Again, this is just all about our life. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of a word. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so we have, this is the way our life goes. Like I said, I was planning on just doing a podcast and getting things going, and then I realized I need things, and that's what we do. We text each other, we reach out to each other. We're nonstop here in this house. It's constant. Things change on the fly, and that's why I can't sit down here and say, okay, let's edit this, let's cut this out. No, this can't go. This is our life. We just go with it. We do what we can. We do it the best that we can. We do it with some laughter. Again, getting back to we have every type. I know I'm going to get you a Band-Aid. I know, I forgot. You asked for a Band-Aid before, and I forgot. Mr. Bean Cars, like I said, every episode. Thank you, Ed. My production assistant is back with the Band-Aid. Thank you, Dakota. You can stop it and say hi again. Okay, go.
My opinions on the beach ball have not changed. I still think it is good.
Yay! Well, actually, no. See, it has changed, because if we rewind and go back, I think a little while ago you said you love it. Now you just said it's good. So the podcast is just falling apart before our eyes.
Come down again.
Yeah, exactly. I'll call you down in another 5 minutes and ask you what you think of the set. And at that point, we'll probably just stop production and be end with it, because it's over. I know. What do we have here? We have, thank you again for all your assistance as everything. She's not just a production assistant. She's a Band-Aid getter. She's a whatever we need. That's what we do in this house. We have cats. It's kind of a Halloween cat theme. So Jayden has a small cut on his finger, I believe, from trimming his nails. And sometimes Jayden doesn't have anything, and he needs a Band-Aid. Jayden is one of those Band-Aid people. What was it? Who's the guy from WKRP in Cincinnati that every episode always had some sort of injury? Jayden's kind of like that. He needs, with everything. I mean, this kid has been through an unbelievable amount of brain surgeries, stomach surgeries. There are so many surgeries that this kid has had. But yet if he gets the slightest little mark or cut or something on his hand, it's the worst thing in the world. Like I said, I can show you pictures of like right after brain surgery where he's like signing and having fun. But yet if he gets a small little cut on his hand, he thinks it's the worst thing. So we just entertain it and keep it going. All right, let's keep on going here. Oh, speaking of the Mr. Bean cars, this car right here has has a very interesting story to it. Like I said, I've always been a car collector, full-size cars and small-size cars. And in my collection of cars, we had this little classic Mini. I wasn't into Mr. Bean. I mean, I was into Mr. Bean, but we didn't. It was before Jayden got sick. He used to watch Mr. Bean. He was a fan. And then after he got the meningitis, the big question was, with everything that his brain went through, we were unsure of what he remembered and what he knew. But this car right here, he used to play with before he got sick, and he associated that with Mr. Bean. And after he got sick, and after months and months and months, when we finally got home, I think that was one of the first toys that he saw, and we actually saw some recognition. I think we noticed that he knew that car, that he knew that that was his car, that he knew that that was his Mr. Bean car. And I think that, that was a moment for us it was a good moment, again, because we didn't know what his brain, we still don't know exactly what his brain has gone through, what he can remember. Every now and then we'll see signs of some memory of some things, but a lot, again, his brain with the meningitis, the 2 strokes, the seizure activity that he constantly has nonstop. It's just been, I know you're looking for more, I'm sorry. Okay, so yeah, so that's some of the Mr. Bean stuff that we'll get into. So of course, some of his other favorite stuff, of course, is Spider-Man. Spider-Man's always been there. Tattoo of Jayden on Spider-Man's back. Mm. I know Spider-Man, but you are one of your all-time favorites, though. Who's one of your all-time favorites? Doc Ock. Now, not only is this just a cool Doc Ock, but we mix and match things all around this house. This is Doc Ock. Now, Doc Ock, of course, if you know the Spider-Man 2 movie, he has his little hat and everything like that. This Doc Ock didn't have a hat. This hat is actually from Perry the Platypus from Phineas and Ferb. So, again, it makes Jayden very happy that Doc Ock has a hat, even though it's Perry the Platypus's hat. I can't tell you how many different versions of Doc Ock we have around the house. I think it was actually a different one. Hold on one second. We probably have at least a dozen different versions of Doc Ock in this house. And I know I just saw, when I was going through this bag, oh God, I'm sorry, Jay, I just pulled off a Doc Ock arm. I know, I pulled off a Doc Ock arm. I got Spider-Man webbing there. All right, I'm gonna, it's like a toy, it's like a bad toy review we're doing here. Okay, I will fix it. It's back. There's another one, right? We got this Doc Ock, right? We have how many different versions and all the different fun stuff that we have here. Spider-Man and Doc Ock. We've had to back off a little bit on the Spider-Man and Doc Ock world with Jayden. We're trying to keep it a little bit lighter. Unfortunately, due to brain injury, Venom. Due to brain injury, we had to back off a lot of Spider-Man watching stuff. There's certain things that he can watch, certain clips that he can watch, but unfortunately, with his brain injury, sometimes Venom. He would become too enthralled with the character, and he would become the character. So there was some anger and there was some aggression issues. So again, we had to back away from a lot of Spider-Man stuff, but it's still a big part of our day. Who else? Oh, the Green Goblin, right? Got some Green Goblin action. Woo! Flying. I know I don't have any pumpkins down here. I thought I had a pumpkin with him, but I don't have any pumpkins here. Sorry, again, this is a bad toy review. It's like we don't have everything, and I don't know. And he's probably going to fall backwards, but that's okay. Of course, like I said, there's Mr. Bean stuff. There's Mr. Bean. There's at least 24 of these things around the house everywhere. And there's another one. Hey, is that the dancing one? I don't know if the lights will set it off. Let's see if we can get some Mr. Bean dancing there for you. Little Mr. Bean. Oh. I think the light is actually, well, yeah, I think the light is actually, that's like a light-censored one that he would dance. And I don't know if these lights are enough, because I know up in his room, if we turn the, but anyway, dancing Mr. Bean. Again, the oddest assortment of toy. Tony Montana. No, Jayden has not watched Scarface. We got cars falling. Can you get to that? Jay, can you get it? If you can get it, that's fine. If not, okay. Later. It's okay. Later we'll get it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. There's a million of them. Tony Montana. Back in the day on my Mr. Beanmobile Instagram account, which you can check. You'll find a lot of pictures of fun stuff. Tony Montana was always involved with whatever he was playing with, whatever fun Disney toys or Blue's Clues, whatever he was playing with. We have some funny pictures. I got to find Tony Montana. I think on the Weeble bus. I think we have some pictures of Tony Montana hanging out on the Weeble bus with the Weebles. So Tony Montana, even he's fun in this house. Even he has a good time. So that's Woody. Does this one work? No, this one doesn't. This is, yeah. Now we have some original, some old, like I was just saying, Disney stuff. Toy Story, Disney. It's been a big part of everything. Watching the movies back then, and just having fun with everything. Woody and Buzz Lightyear. Probably watched it a couple of hundred times. Again, it keeps us happy. It's a good motivation. I know it's, and we call him Hat. That's how we know Hat. Woody is Hat in this house, and I don't have Buzz Lightyear down here. Oh, and then everything is just falling, and that's what we do. Jay, everything is just falling. What are we gonna do? We're just gonna laugh at it. That's all we do. Everything is falling. Speaking of Disney, now when Jayden was first sick. In the hospital, and when we left the ICU and we went to the rehab hospital and we lived there for 4 or 5 months, I think. Pretty much every day at that time, I think Nemo had come out on DVD, and it just became a thing. I know, it's okay, we'll get it later. Nemo came out, and in the hospital, like I said, where we lived for 4 or 5 months straight, we watched Nemo pretty much every day, and it was. I think it was a bonding thing for me. I think it gave me hope and encouragement as a father-son movie. What we were going through at the time, I had no idea what was going to happen with my son. So Nemo was a very big part of giving me the energy and the encouragement that I needed to keep going. That we're going to get through this. As horrible as this is, and as horrible as the Nemo story starts out, it has a happy ending. I know. Where's his? Should we put Nemo on his head? Can he wear a Nemo? Does he have a fish hat? Where's his hat? Now he doesn't have a hat, so we got to figure out what we can do. And this is kind of what we do here. We just figure out different things. Should we put this on his head? Should he wear that as a hat? No, I'm not going to be able to get it right now. But okay, so we're going to keep going here. I got a couple more things in the bag. Oh yes, this. Okay, now this, again, this kind of goes back to this period here. So there's batteries in this? Oh, yes, there is. Okay. This is a flashlight. There's a little light there in it if you can see it. Again, back at the very beginning when Jayden was living in the hospital and we were living the nights there, we needed a flashlight at night to see things. Again, people were just bringing us things, and that ended up in our room, and that became our flashlight. And it was funny, like the nurses would come in with their flashlights, and we'd be like, no, we got it. And it was just fun. Again, we just turned a dark time into just something as simple as not using a regular flashlight, just using a lion flashlight. It just makes you happy. And again, it's a reminder going back to a time that you can look at as a very deep, a very dark, very dismal time. We tried to turn it around and make it as happy as possible with simple things like just... lights and stuff like that. Just a simple flashlight. I know. This monster trucks. This is a Max D, and this is actually signed by Tom Meets. Yeah, we've always enjoyed going to the monster truck shows. They've always treated us like royalty at those. Very grateful to a good friend of mine, Mike. His son had the connection with everybody monster truck, and he would always just, whenever we went to the shows, he would immediately just take us up. And again, too, Jayden being Jayden, people just love him. People just absolutely love him. And we met so many amazing people. Like I said, the Max D team, the Gravedigger team. I got the VP Racing sticker on the side there from one of our favorite drivers that we met too. And there are just so many things that are just such a great part. This was a great day when we used to go. Like I said, we used to go to these. Haven't been to one in a while. We got to get back to them. And again, it's just a lot of, I mean, how many people have, Mr. Bean and Tony Montana hanging out together? We have Mr. Bean and Tony Montana hanging out together in this here house. Should we do some dog stuff? Yeah, let's clear some stuff off of here. And let's get you to play a little bit. And again, like I said, we're going to be working on putting together a documentary. We're just going to film around the house, and we're going to put some things together so you can get a little bit of a... Sure, Jay, you can put that back in there. Thank you, baby. So you can get a little bit of an idea of kind of what goes on here in this house, and what we go through and what we've been through. We're always just trying to figure it out. And I think that's what, if we want to try to let anybody know anything here, it's just... You got to just figure it out. You got to just keep on going with it. I mean, again, I came down here. Jayden wasn't feeling that good. He's had a rough couple of days. He's had a very rough couple of days. Today is probably the first day that he's actually somewhat smiling. Should I eat these? No. Okay, you're going to do that. All right. So, again, this is playing and therapy, and these are the things that we do throughout the day with Jayden, just the simple things of just therapy toys. And it's simple. But when he does it, we make a big deal because it's, again, he had 2 strokes, he had total paralysis. The kid's overcome so much, just an inspiration for us. I believe for a lot of other people. So, we're grateful for that. A lot of people always say it's horrible if you can go back in time and change things. We can't. We can't go back in time. Whatever happened, happened. We're here now. We're moving forward. We're doing the best that we possibly can with it. And we're sharing it. If it inspires, if it helps, if it does anything. Because that's what this world needs right now. This world needs inspiration. This world needs help. This world needs positive stories and good things. Just too much negative out there. Just keep on feeding the dog. And just keep on doing great things because that's what we're going to do here. Now we're on the beach. And again... Make your environment the best that you possibly can. Yes, this is a deep, dark, dismal basement. It's a lot of fun down here. We have a lot of fun things. But trust me, the rest of the basement looks nothing like this. But now you can come down here, and Dakota was working on something last night, and she got to sit here at this table, and she was at the beach. So I can't get to the beach. It's where I'd like to be 24/7. So I'll bring the beach to us, and now we have a beach-bearded babble. That's where we're at. Again, just a little glimpse of some stuff here with us today. Jayden is doing a great job. Glad he's feeling better. And I guess that's it. Until the next one, we got some holidays coming up. We're just going to have some fun. We'll get some more toys and keep the babble going here. Jayden, hey, Jay, hold on one second, baby. Can we put this down for 1 second? Hey, I just want to say that I'm very proud of you for all the work that you've been doing. Very proud. I love you. You can absolutely, you want to get back to it? Hey, Jay, can we, I know you still don't understand the whole concept of this thing. We're going to get into that too, understanding a lot more about Jayden. I know you don't understand a lot about him, but you will in time. So what we're going to do is, can we, I know he doesn't understand, like, why are we saying this to a camera? Peace, love, and laughter, and silliness, right? We're always silly. That's what we're going to do here. Maybe we can, take my nose off. Or I think I'm going to have one of these. Huh? No, for the dog. For the dog. And that's it. That's our show for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, thank you again for all your support. We'll see you on the next Babble. Peace, love, laughter. I'm out. Woo!